Hi, I'm Ben the Tutor. Today I want to talk about piecewise functions, and I'll make some applications to limits. So if you're in class, maybe you're seeing piecewise functions, you're not sure how they're working or what to do with them or how to do them. So I just want to go over a few examples slowly. Okay, so here are two examples of piecewise functions. So we'll do the first one, this one, f first. And the first thing to say is the pieces are the pieces along the x-axis. So x less than 0, x between 0 and 3, x is equal to 3, x is greater than 3, the three pieces. So when we do a piecewise function, you just got to think about each piece separately, and then once you've thought about each piece, then the whole thing will be put together. Okay, so the first piece, x is less than 0, has a value of x plus 2. So this is like the function x plus 2 when x is less than 0. So the function x plus 2 is very easy. It's just a line, y equals mx plus b. So the slope is 1, and the the y-intercept is 2. So I'll just draw that. So I'll start with a y-intercept of 2, and then we follow it as a slope 1. So going backwards, it goes down 1 across 1 like this. There's my slope. Not so beautiful, but that's okay. And then now I think about between 0 and 3. So between 0 and 3 has the value 2, so that's a horizontal line. So I'm going to draw a horizontal line like that from between 0 and 3 like this. And notice it's got 0 is greater than or equals 2, but strictly less than 3. So on the 0 side, I could fill in a hole, but it matches the other side, so I don't really need to do that, fill in a hole. But on the 3 side, I have to do an open circle like that. And then exactly at 3, this is going to have a jump and a hole. When x is equal to 3, the value is 4. I fill that in. And then when x is greater than 3, I open the circle, and that's going to be a horizontal line like this, across that way. Okay, so now I have these questions, which are some limit questions. And let's think about these limit questions. So the first one is when x, this one here, when x approaches 0 from the negative side. So that's this spot here, and approaching like that, and the value there is just 2, whatever the value of the function is at that point. This is not complicated, this one's easy. So the next one is when it approaches 0 from the positive side, that's also 2. This one is when I approach 0, that is to say, when I approach it from either side. And if they matched, we're happy, and we just write down what it is, and here it's 2. If it doesn't match, then we write does not exist. Okay, and the last one is what happens when I plug in 0, f of 0, and that's also just 2. So in this case, it's a really normal, nice, everything is just 2. Okay, so the other one, limit approaches 3 from the negative side. So when limit approaches 3 from the negative side, that's like going here. Again, here it's 2. But when I approach it from the positive side, going like this, the y value is different. It's 3. So when I ask what is the limit of 3, I think if I approach from different sides and the y value is different, the limit does not exist. So we write d and e. Okay, and the last one is what is the point evaluated at 3? And that's just this one here gives it to us, the filled in dot, and that's y is 4. Okay, so now let's do another example of piecewise function. This guy here, and this got 3 pieces. X is less than 1, x is between 1 and negative 1 and 2, x is greater than 2. So x is less than negative 1. So that's here, and it's got a y value of just 1. So between negative 1 and 2, it's x squared here, x squared. So that is just a parabola. So I'm just going to draw the parabola from -1 to 2. So the first point is -1, y is 1, and it goes all the way up to x is 2, y is 4. So here, x is 1, y is 1, 4, like that. And you notice it's less than or equal to, or less than or equal to both sides. So I fill in the holes on both sides. And then x is greater than 2, it's the line x. So I put a hole there because this is another line, and that's just the straight line with y-intercept 0, but I'm going to go cross one, up one, cross one, up one. It's going to be like that. Okay, so that's how we draw a piecewise function. We deal with each piece and take the formula for the y value at each piece. Thank you very much.